So you're thinking about going to recruit training in some branch of the service in the United States or elsewhere. But I'm going to specifically talk about Marine Corps boot camp because that's what I went through a while ago. And I'm here to tell you that it's basically a mindfulness retreat. Okay, it's all those physical things that you see on TV and you see in the videos and stuff. It's all that too, but really, it's a mindfulness retreat. It teaches you to stop what you're doing and notice everything that you possibly can notice about everything all the time until that becomes like a background noise in your head where you're a noticer of things now. You will go through periods of doubt. You're going to want to quit, which you can do. There are repercussions with doing that, though. Once you sign the contract and you decide to break it, you may not like how that ends up. Your discharge will not be honorable, and that could have implications, which, I have a bone to pick about that, actually, depending on what the circumstances are, but that's for another time. So the main thing that you need to have in order to succeed in boot camp at Parris Island or San Diego or wherever, Fort Sill, is good mental health. You need to be a strong-willed individual. Now, you don't have to be, the Buddha, but you need to really want it. And this is one of those things that even if you're not the strongest, the fastest, or the biggest, all you got to do is decide that you're going to do it, and you're going to do it. I'm serious. You will do it. You will succeed. You will get through it. You will graduate if you really want it. Or not. You might decide at some point that you want out, and this is not what you thought it was going to be, and that's okay. I would strongly make the recommendation to think it over before you actually start making noises to the effect that you want out, because it's a big decision, and a lot has been invested in you by the time you get to Parris Island or wherever you go. So consider others too, but you really have to make the decision yourself in your own brain, which is the most important thing that you have. But if you didn't know that already, that's your most important possession is your mind. And I will die on that hill. So come at me. I got endless bandwidth to explain that. And also don't come at me, because just don't. I'd rather spend my time doing other things, actually. But so yeah, obstacle courses, rifle range, drill, polishing your boots. Well, actually, you don't polish your boots anymore. I guess they do something else to make it hard. I don't know what it is. But yeah, all that stuff happens. But the main thing is it's a brain game. It's a giant pile of brain games. You will be messed with in ways that you did not even know were available to mess with people. Okay? These drill instructors are masters of misdirection. And they are funny. They are comedians. And you're not allowed to laugh. So you're going to learn how to not laugh when someone is doing something very funny. Or not. And you're going to see what happens when you lose your bearing in the setting of Parris Island or wherever. It's funny. And it's also not funny. And it's also other things that I can't even imagine. But the main thing is you have to be determined. You have to be serious about this. Don't be doing this because you want to check the box for your mom or your dad or whoever. That can be a part of why you got in on this path. That's okay. But in the end, this is a huge life choice. This is going to be a flag that is on your yellow brick road for the rest of your life. The time you went to boot camp. I went on May 8th, 2000. And then in the early morning hours of May 9, 2000, I stepped onto those yellow footsteps. And I will never forget that shit. It was surreal. And it's still surreal when I think back to all the things that happened after that. And, you know, I wouldn't make that decision now. But that doesn't really matter because I am not who I was when I was 19. So, anyway, come at me with anything you got for questions, or, you know, you want some clarification about this thing you heard. Like, did they do this? Do they do this thing for real? And I can tell you what it was like in the year 2000. The year 2000. So, good luck. I hope everything works out for you and everybody that you love and everything you care about. And I got a lot more bandwidth for anything that's adjacent to this thing. So get at me in the comments, and we can have conversations. Yeah, I want to help people in some way that I don't really know how, but this is an area where I have special knowledge. So this is why I'm doing this. So good luck, and have a good day.